Hello, good morning everybody. I hope you're having a good morning. Today is 23rd of April. So we'll start off by first looking at the chart on our screen. We look at Euro USD, where we can see that we do have a sell. So how I'm going to look at this, we had a trend line here yesterday. We had a line that ran all the way like this, and then we had this one here, a very good support here. Then we had this as support, a break below the first retracement. The price continued down, it came back the second time. So this was the correct place you could have sold it from. If you are looking at this chart, you are supposed to have been in a sell as I'm speaking now. Expect price to proceed downward, especially while it remains below this level 1.08299, 1.08190. So as long as the price is being held below that level, the zone which I've just drawn, expect price to continue much lower. So we look at the next symbol. We look at GBP USD. GBP, there's a shape which is currently being formed. Have this one here, and then we also have some pattern which is being formed from a higher time from this one. Sorry, we have it like this, and then we have this, which means this is the correct place. This is a support. We had a support here, we had a support here, we had a support here, and we had a support here, another support or resistance now, and just now we took a sell while the price was here. So the price has basically gone our way correctly. This is still a continuation sign. We do expect price to break below this level here. If it can go successfully below this support, then we expect it to proceed much lower up to this point, 1.22598. So the idea is to wait for price to go below this level, retrace back, and then continue to the lower side up to 1.22598. So just a break below, a retracement, and then a continuation up to 1.22598. The next symbol, USDJPY. This chart is consolidating. There's a very big consolidation here. The price continues to consolidate. As you can see, we have this as support. Previously, the price could not break below that zone. We had a support there. Earlier today, we've seen a support here. And on the upper side, we do have this one. This is like this is a very good shape formation. So as long as the price is not able to break above the upper trend line and also below the lower trend line, we are only trading reversal. So if the price goes above any of these lines, if the price breaks beyond the upper one, we expect it to proceed to the upper side. If it breaks below the lower side, then we expect it to continue to the lower side. So this should be the place where we want to take profit from. If the price goes below the lower trend line, expect a continuation up to 107.360. If the price breaks above the upper one, expect a continuation to the upper side, and we should see a continuation up to 108.016. So expect price to continue upwards. Expect it to break beyond, then retrace back, and then continue to the upper side. This is what could happen. If the price is to proceed upwards, then this is the correct place we want to buy from. And if the price is to continue downwards, then this is what we expect to be happening. We expect a sell. So either way, we are waiting for a trade. If the price goes above, we look for a buy. If the price goes below, we'll look for a sell up to this support. So we'll move forward to our next symbol. We'll look at gold. gold is upwards, the price continues to move to the upper side. And if I remember, this is the same place we sold from previously. So like the price basically just went below, broke below, and then came back again above. And as I'm speaking now, the price above. So this should be a good place to buy from. It may not look very clear, but this is actually a place where we want to buy from. Just look at it from the weekly, daily chart. We had a support. Just a second. You can see that we actually had some very good level here. This one, and then you also have this one, which means a resistance previously, a resistance previously, a break above, a break below, and then a break above. This means the move which you saw below this level was actually a false breakout. This move here is a very good false breakout, which means if the price comes back up to this point in the future, up to somewhere in between 1700.69, 1690.94, then this should give us a correct place to buy from. So have your pending buy limits within this zone, this one here. Have your buy limits within that zone. Your stop loss needs to be fixed below the false breakout itself, and then your take profit needs to be at the highest high which you've seen so far, this one. So we move forward. Let's see what we have on the next chart. We look at SP500. SP500, nothing much is happening. Yesterday this is what happened. The price moved up, but it's still within the previous day's range. As I'm speaking now, we have not gone above the previous day's range, which is now this one. This is the range for today. This is the lowest, the previous day's lowest low, and then we have the previous day's highest high. So the price has not gone above any of this. If the price goes beyond this high, then we do expect a continuation to the upper side. If it goes below this low, then we expect a continuation to the lower side. As it is, nothing much has happened. Instead, we are still consolidating. So wait for either a break beyond this level, 2816.3, or a break below the lower one, 2763.3, so that you can pick a sell. On the 30 minutes chart, we have the same thing. Actually, this is a very good resistance. If you place it on 30 minutes, you can see that we actually have this a very good resistance here. A resistance, a support. A support, there was a big break, the first retracement, it continued down, it came back as a resistance, it continued down, it came back as a resistance. So this was the place to sell from. If you are to trade anything today, this is a very good sell. We are basically selling around the previous day's highest high, this one. If it should go above this zone, then that will mean you are continuing to the upside. As it is now, this is still a sell. So the next symbol, we look at Brent oil. So Brent oil, so far this is just a pullback. Whatever you are seeing now is a pullback. The move which you are seeing to the upper side is actually just a pullback. And as long as the current situation still prevails, we expect sellers to dominate. This is a good place you want to sell from. So this is a very, very good place you want to sell from. So we had a resistance, a support, a support, a support. There was a clear break, a retracement, and this is now the correct place to sell from. So if you look at this chart now, as I'm speaking, expect sellers to come in, expect sellers to dominate this market now. Pick a sell position, have your stop loss above this point, and then your take profit needs to be fixed around the lowest low, which is this one. So if you sell it there, have your take profit at 19.415. So thank you very much. That should be the end of today's webinar. If you have any questions, kindly feel free to post them on the chat option, and I should respond to them anytime I see. So thank you. See you. Today we not looked at the strength meter. Let's look at that before we conclude this completely. So as I'm speaking now, we have JPY being the strongest. As I'm speaking now, we have JPY being the strongest symbol. JPY is the strongest, followed by the New Zealand dollar, and then we have Euro being the weakest, followed by the Swiss franc. So today we are trading a combination of either this and this one. Then we also have the trend. We have Euro USD where we have an active downtrend. We have Euro JPY, we have an active downtrend. We have Euro AUD, an active downtrend. We have Euro CHF, an active downtrend. And then we have GBP AUD, an active downtrend. Then we have AUD CAD, AUD CHF, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. We have all of them being in an active uptrend. We have US dollar, Swiss franc, an active uptrend. Then we have Swiss franc, Japanese yen. We have an active downtrend. So you ensure you only trade on those symbols where there's an active downtrend. If there's no trend, we don't trade it. So thank you very much. That should be the end of today's webinar. We meet tomorrow. See you.